here we are. We are live, having some fun today. Gonna play some Ironmon Pokemon. And that's a challenge where everything is randomized. Levels are 50% higher for enemy Pokemon. You're not allowed to kill wild Pokemon, except you're allowed to catch or kill one per route. And everything is random, difficult, lots of other rules. Stick around, you'll see what we're doing here. Alright, well this is a really good example of why this is such a difficult challenge. You see we've got a Natu here. That is very weak. It's not a very strong Pokemon. And we're up against a Donphan, which is a very strong Pokemon. This thing's about twice as strong as us, and it's 3 levels higher. Yep, killed us in 1 hit. Alright, attempt number 1, down. Here we go. So you'll see that we get 1 item to start, and the tracker on the right-hand side here tells me which Pokemon I should take. Actually, I do want to display. I've got. Where is it? Show on screen. Okay. So we also have 3 favorites that we're allowed. I've chosen Metagross, Slacking, and Mewtwo. You're only allowed to choose 1 legendary as a favorite, but basically if you see these on the table, and it's not the one you were going to pick anyway, it's not the one that the tracker tells you to pick, you're allowed to pick them should you choose. Alright, so we got this Minun. It's got Hustle. One of the funny things about these fights in the lab is that until you drop your opponent's stats, you can't miss. So Hustle's actually good, but Hustle only affects physical attacks, and we've got all special attacks here. So we're gonna Thunder. Even though it's normally 70% accuracy, it is guaranteed to hit. Sorry, just getting a couple things set up here on my second screen. Alright. Whoa, I'm just realizing how little damage that Thunder did. Okay, we're probably dead. Yep, Swords Dance gave it +2 to attack, so we were going down. Next attempt. Here we go. Alepa Berry. Our rival's gonna get an Electrike, Whimsir. We get Pidgeot, not the worst. Not a great Pokemon. The typing is not great, but certainly not the worst Pokemon you can get. Comes with an X accuracy. Do we want to put the Leppa on? Nah, not to restore PP. Alright. The moves are actually pretty good here. Bone Rush is going to be super effective. We'll try. Oh, it's got Zap Cannon, so they can miss in the lab, but we can't. And we're dead. Okay, okay. Trying again, trying again. Lumberry. Okay, that's a good berry. Quillfish they get. Tauros is out. We get a Marshtomp. Eventually we'll get a good Pokemon on the bench here. Guess we're just gonna Secret Power. Ah, we're dead. Yep. Poison Barb. Nobody gets that. They get Glalie. We get Squirtle. We are toast. But one of the rules of the challenge is that you are allowed to reset at any time, except in the lab. You have to always do your lab fight because you never quite know. You never quite know. One of the other things about this challenge is that you are, in addition to the moves that you have being random, as you can see, and the moves that you learn being random, you can only learn some TMs, and it's random which ones you can learn. So the TMs are all randomized, and then whether or not you can learn that TM is also random per Pokemon. Alright, nope. They get a Charmander, we get a Diglett. And not a very good Diglett. It's got a heal powder, so if they try to status us, that'll be good. But I don't think it's gonna help. Probably just Mega Punch and see what happens. Oof. Well, we talked about heal powder. We're gonna have to use it. Okay, we didn't get poison that time. We did get poison this time. Alright, we don't have time to mess around. We're just going to try Outrage, see if maybe it has really low special defense. It's just like our stats, enemy Pokemon stats are randomized as well. It's doing about the same. We need a crit. We didn't get the crit. So we're going to die to poison. Another one bites the dust. Back to the lab. Oh. Alright, well, let's get the rival doesn't get that. They get him a Chop. And we get a Love Disc. Even worse. Alright. The moves are actually sick. This is actually really pretty insane moves. And it can learn Knockoff, but it already knows Bite. This is like the best Love Disc ever, but that's still terrible. Oh, and it has Drought, so now our water does half. Excellent. Well, we're going to do Dragon Breath and hope for a Para. No, and it has a Thunder move. Okay. We died. We died. Met Arcanine. Persian? Okay, Persian's not terrible. Oh, but of course it's got a low attack stat and then 2 regular attacks. The special attack's pretty decent. But it doesn't know any special attacks. And we're gonna get Quick by Psycho Boost here. Yep, we died. Alright, next attempt. Alright, we're back. Antidote. We get a pile of swine. Jigglypuff's out. They get Cacturn. Oh man, once again, pretty good special attack stat. We've got Compound Eyes. We just don't have moves. Like, all our moves are regular attacks. We're out. We're out of the lab. 1 HP and a dream. 1 HP and a dream. This thing is slow. Alright, well, at least we're out of the lab. Compound Eyes with Cross Chop would have been nice if this were actually a runnable Pokemon, but unfortunately, this is not a runnable Pokemon. So we know that there's a Spheal in this patch of grass. And a Dodrio. That's not great. Oh man. so we're gonna heal up. We're gonna grab this item. Oh, it's a PP max. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. So now we have Pokeballs. If the Dodrio happens to be the level 8 and we come across it, we're escaping attention. Otherwise, we'll see what else is out there. Although maybe I should pivot away from this. Defense is good. But there's always the risk with speed this slow that something really juicy, like an Espeon, traps you and you can't run away. Alright, so we're going to try to body slam. Oh, God. Okay, so we parried it. We parried it. Okay, so it's 100% to catch now with a regular Pokeball because of the para and the damage. So we have ourselves an Espeon. Oh, whoa. This is... Huh. Stab, Psycho Boost. Okay, we can run this. We can run this. So now, with Ironmon, you're allowed to catch or kill one Pokemon per route. So we can get a kill here, we can get a kill up in Route 2, and we can get a kill up in Viridian Forest. If there's an exceptionally powerful Pokemon, like we should scout. If there's an exceptionally powerful Pokemon, we may want to, you know, just catch that and see what's going on. Unlike Kaizo Ironmon, if that's something you're familiar with Ultimate, you don't have to switch to the Pokemon that you catch. Like, you're allowed to catch up to 6 Pokemon and use them throughout the run. Although, really, you do want to have one Pokemon that you primarily use and level up and give your TMs to and all of that. Like, it's not exactly a solo Pokemon challenge, but you kind of have to treat it like that and just keep a couple others in tow. You know, to switch out in case of Perish Song, or maybe if you find a Mon with Destiny Bond, you can sacrifice it to an exceptionally tough Pokemon like down the road in the Elite 4. Okay, so there's nothing good here. I think Xatu probably gives the best XP. But before we kill anything, we're just going to finish scouting up here. There's no point in scouting Route 22 back by like the entrance to Victory Road back there, just because we already caught this Espeon, so we can't catch or kill anything else there. Electabuzz is interesting, but I think this Espeon's really good. Claydol's interesting. Intimidate Claydol's really interesting. But, no. It's going to take a lot to get us off of this Espeon with Eruption. Especially because in Ultimate, you're allowed to teach TMs that you pick up along the way, so we get a bunch of TMs somewhat early in the run here. So even though we don't have a ton of PP for these moves, it's okay. There's not a ton of Pokemon to fight. And Eruption Psycho Boost will carry. It is pretty unfortunate, though, that we've got both Superpower and Psycho Boost. Superpower lowers attack and defense when it's used. Psycho Boost lowers special attack by 2 stages when used. So we're really going to be pressing the Eruption button kind of a lot and just seeing what happens here. Is yelling at me about some stream settings.